All right, Coach. Today we're going to be going inside the drill vault. I'm going to try something just a little bit different. I'm going to show you really where I get almost all, if 95% plus of all the drills that I use. And when I say 95%, it's because the other 5% I just make up, depending on what we're doing in the game or what we need to work on. You know, a pencil and paper and throwing some ideas down is sometimes the best way for me to get a drill. I just need to make it up because it's what we need to work on. But when I'm looking for things to use in practice, 4-man workouts, anything like that, the drill vault's where I go. So we're going to try this, and rather than drawing it up on a whiteboard, I'll show you the PDF and we'll walk through the drill here real quick. We're going to look at dribbling drills. I know I got a wide range of coaches who come in and use this, so everything from elementary to the varsity level and even some college coaches. So I'm going to show you some drills that I like to use in practice that the kids think are a lot of fun. Sometimes they're warm-ups, sometimes it's just our dribbling work for the day, but we try to do a little bit of block practicing in the beginning to focus on specific skills, and then a lot of practice is spent on like situations or enhancing our concepts or our reads on a defense, that kind of thing. So it's not necessarily a drill as much as it is. We're getting into 3-on-3, 4-on-4, 5-on-5, where we're emphasizing a specific thing. We're trying to get at that as much as we can. So and that looks a little bit more like a game. But when we're doing any kind of block practice, I love coming in here and looking at stuff. The way that I do it, just come in, I go to emphasis, and I think, all right, what am I going to be looking at? And we're going to look at dribbling. So I'm just going to click all of the ones that have dribbling in them real quick. So that's going to filter my results for me. And then we're going to click on a couple of these. And for example, this one here, the one-on-one veer, this is a great one when we need to work on finishing, but we also want to work on ball handling. So I have a couple of players who don't use their weak hand real well under pressure, and this is one of those drills that we want to use so that they get better at it, because just doing dribbling on air or doing a zigzag dribbling, while there is some reasons to use that, it doesn't really enhance that weak ball or that weak hand dribbling as much. So the veer, really, we're putting the defense right next to the offensive player. We're asking the offense, you're going to dribble into the defense. We're not going in a straight line, but we're going to dribble into them, and then we're going to try to go and score. So they're taking a little bit of contact on purpose, and we let the defender know that, hey, we want you to draw a little contact, but we're going to also try to challenge here. So this is a great drill if you're working on any weak hand stuff. And then, of course, finishing. It's certainly a good drill for finishing. Have them finish off 1 foot sometimes. Have them finish off at 2 feet. Have them finish in a variety of ways, the right hand, the left hand, and see what they can do that way. All right, let's go in here and grab the second drill that we want to look at. And that is our Dribbling Gauntlet. This is one that the players, you just at the varsity level, find fun. I've used this at the youth level in practices, and it's really like our dribbling work. It's a workout for these kids to try to keep control of the ball. The varsity level, they go through it pretty quick, so this one is not one that takes a lot of time. So I got to kind of make it into a game, and we'll let each player go through 3 times. And if we do it full court like this, now we've got 2 courts on our gym, so we can run more players than just having one here. But you certainly could do this with just 1 court. But we've got 4 defenders here, and then we've got the dribblers up top. So 1 dribbler goes at a time, and if they get through the defense without getting it tipped, getting it stole, staying in between the lane lines, so that's what the cones represent, if we drew a line all the way down. If we were able to stay in the cones and not get it tipped or stole, then you get a point for each defender you go past. So they could get 4 points here. And at the end, we let them finish. If they could score, then they get another point. So there's a total of 5 points. Maybe they'll make 3 runs through it, and they'll see how many points they have. That also makes it so the defenders really need to, get after it, because they're going to be the dribblers too. So the more points that a dribbler scores, that makes it harder on them when they get their chance. So that competition level definitely helps. Now you can run this in the half court. I've done it where we kind of break it up into sections like this, and we'll put a defender right up top. We'll put one in the middle, and then we'll put one down here at the basket, and then our dribblers are just right here. They just start in the circle. And then there's 3 people. You can do it with 2, however you want to do it. But this is unscripted basketball. So you have to stay within a confined area, but you have to use your dribbling ability and your quickness and your athleticism in order to get past the defense and score. If you can't do that, you don't score the points. When you're doing dribbling drills where you're just lining up on the line and we're dribbling back and forth, or we only do zigzag where they get used to 2 dribbles one way, 2 dribbles the other way, it's too scripted and players really aren't working on what they should be. So this is unscripted. It's really getting them to work on their ball handling, trying different moves. And I tell them, do the crossover, do the between the legs, behind the back, whatever it is that you want to do, because you need to know when you can and can't use it. If you get it stole, then maybe that's a move you either aren't good enough at, or that's just a move that you use at the wrong time. So the dribbling gauntlet is definitely a fun one to use. All right, let's go ahead and find the third drill that we want to use. And I can search right here by it as well. So if I go in there, I got Dribbling Tag, which is the one that I want. Love using this one. This is probably my go-to. 4-man workouts, basketball camps. We're doing something at the varsity practice, and we want something that's high intensity, that's going to get a lot of work in a short period of time. This is my go-to one. It does require some drill or some cones, so that's one thing to keep in mind. But you put these cones roughly about 8 feet apart or so, maybe 10, just depends on the level that you have with the kids. The closer they are, the easier this is to kind of get a hand on the ball or for it to end quickly. But what I do is I line the kids up on the baseline and I just put them in groups. And I say, all right, 1, 2, 3, here's your 4 cones. 1, 2, 3, here's your 4 cones. And so it's just kind of random. They don't know it's coming. And that means I get my bigs against my guards, my wings against my forwards, however you want to design it. And they come out here, and maybe the third player is standing here. Now, you certainly could do it with just 2 people as well. But they got 15 seconds to stay away from each other. We tell them one person is a tagger, one person is trying to stay away. They can dribble whichever way they want. They can go back and forth. They just cannot go through the middle. Same thing with the 3 cones. Makes it a little bit more advanced. It's a little bit harder to stay away because there's less space. You just can't go between the cones, but you can go back and forth as much as you want. Go around this way, come back this way, whatever it is. Kids love this. My varsity players, they get excited about doing it. Smiles on their face, but they go hard. So I wouldn't say this is your warm-up drill, because if your kids are like mine, they're going to go at it really, really hard. If they get tagged, we'll do a best 2 out of 3. So if somebody gets tagged twice or they lose the ball or whatever, then whoever got 2 out of 3 wins. The other person has to do 5 push-ups real quick. Then we would insert our third person. So we're just kind of rotating that third person in there. Do the same thing, 15 seconds. If they can stay away from them for 15 seconds, the offense automatically wins, and the person who is being the tagger, they automatically lose. Do a couple push-ups real quick. So we'll do several rounds of this, but the kids go really hard at it. So coaches, there are 3 dribbling drills. They're easy to set up. They're fun to do. They work on things that you want to work on to get your players better. It doesn't matter if you're elementary, middle school, or high school level. These are 3 that I would certainly throw in your bag of tricks to have, and the kids are going to absolutely love it. So hope this helps you out. So coach, whether you're seeing this on YouTube, whether you're looking at coachmattdennis.com, you went in and got the drills from the coaching lab, you went into the drill vault, or you're just picking something up that you can use. I hope that helps you. Till next time, get in the gym, go get better. Don't forget to leave a comment, subscribe, and just let me know if you like something like this. All right, I'll talk to you later.